So my recording actually didn't record this whole time. So this is take two of vlog, I guess. I don't want it to just be, oh, this is vlog. I wanted it to be more motivational speaking and accounts of my life, and maybe they'll help you out because that's kind of what I've seen happening with vlogs when people kind of just sit there and talk in front of the camera. You can, interpret their situation and be like, oh, maybe I should try that. Maybe I could have done this. Maybe I could do that. So hopefully this can kind of be that. But what the message was originally, I actually recorded for about 14 minutes, so I was going to cut it up. But I think this one will be better because it'll be more, on track. Whereas the other one was kind of just me blabbering and I was attempting to get a message across. But essentially, I have 5 topics I want to talk about. Number one, my name is Freddie Martinez and I am 20 years old. And I'm currently at a crossroads, personally speaking, where I'm really lost. I'm young. I'm recovering from drug abuse currently. I say that very lightly because marijuana isn't a crazy, crazy drug. And, it's still Schedule 1 drug, which for some reason, maybe because the government likes, getting money by incarcerating people who have marijuana. But anyway, it's a really good tool. I enjoyed doing drugs personally because it helped me understand a lot of things in life that I didn't understand at first. And I do advocate waiting until you're older. I waited until I was like 16 or 17, but I would recommend waiting until you're 18 so your brain develops, because marijuana does in fact affect your brain. So it is a danger because it is a drugs, and drugs aren't meant to be taken lightly. You have to research, you have to understand what you're doing. Whereas that was me doing shrooms. I actually stepped into shrooms. I don't really think marijuana is a gateway drug to bigger drugs. I just think it opens your mind to kind of assess things and say, hey, maybe I will try, maybe I won't. For sure, I enjoy psychedelics personally because it manifests such a different perspective. And in my situation, I went to different areas. I went to a party and I did them. I went to a concert and I did them. I went home and I did them, and I actually live streamed and I did them. And it was just really all different things. But the main point is that you kind of get clairvoyance, and you make a lot of connections in your brain, and you say, hey, maybe this could have been different, or I could have done that differently. And it's really cool seeing that, actually. But as I said, research what you're going to do. Don't go blindly into something. For example, there are poisonous mushrooms and you can die. And that's not good. You don't want you to die because of me telling you should do drugs. But no, you should be responsible. Just like when you drink, be responsible. Don't be an idiot. Don't be behind the wheel when you're doing drugs. It's not worth it. It's not worth you thinking, oh, I can do this. I can go to the store real quick. I can go to my friend's house real quick. No, it's not. There have been a lot of people who die by doing that. So please be careful. Please be responsible. I guess I'm moving too much. Sorry. So, point 2. I wanted to express my life at the moment. As I said, I'm 20 years old. I've actually been live streaming for 6 months now on twitch.tv/pragrag. And it has been one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life. And I know it's going to sound like, no, dude, you're playing video games in front of people. No, it's actually a lot more than that. It makes me look back at a lot of the things that I've done and said, and it's just so cool to see like the progress, because I went from playing on that side of my room with just a regular webcam, and now I bought a green screen. I got a really nice mic with really good audio quality. I just have a bit more professional setup because I legitimately want to take this asset and build it up and I don't want to make like fat stacks or something. It's just have enjoyed playing video games for my life, like since I was like two or something. I picked up a controller and I was like, oh, all right, this is it right here. So you know, I get to talk to, I mean, thousands of people. I mean, currently I only have like 300 and something followers, but you create relationships with people, and that's kind of where I want to take the direction of my stream. I want to be an interactive streamer. I want to talk to these people. A lot of people don't actually interact with chat because, there's a lot of trolls on the internet and people behind a keyboard just like, grow the biggest cojones and they think they can say whatever they want to say. But, you know, like I said, I want to be different. I want to be real. I don't like saying real because real doesn't have to say that he's real. So you prove it in your actions. And that's one thing I've noticed. When someone says they're real, they're like not real at all. They're trying. So I want to continue doing that. I want to go into the direction. And this is kind of a placeholder because, as I said before, I've been streaming 6 months. And I go back to recordings and I see that I was a really bad streamer, but now I can articulate well, I can interact well, I can play and talk at the same time, and I've gotten a lot better at a lot of games that I'm playing because I want to get better, I want to improve because my life is kind of about progress. Because when you start at the bottom, all you do is progress, and you get to the top hopefully at some point. So we're gonna continue doing that. It's June. I'm actually taking a 2-week hiatus because I want to get my life together and not have to broadcast, because broadcasting takes a lot of time from your life, unfortunately. Time, effort, sleep. So, it's worth it at the end. But like I said, I'm gonna take 2 weeks of break and we'll see how it goes. Because currently at the moment, another topic 3, I want to get in a better situation financially and in my life, because I'm working a minimum wage job. Well, I'm making $10 an hour, so it's not minimum wage, but I mean it's minimum wage. You're basically getting part-time hours. I'm working for an older couple and their family, and I have grown to love them regardless of how they are and the mannerisms that the whole family has. It's just like any other family. We're not all perfect, but it was really nice being there for the family and being there for the business, because I know personally I did so many things and I learned so many things from this business, and I know that I can take it and all this knowledge that I've taken from being in a restaurant, being in this place, and being in another place, and I can just bring it all together and make it full circle and actually create my own business, start my own business, and be a good manager, be a good boss, be someone who leads correctly and isn't a big bitch. That's not pointing at anyone. I'm just saying a lot of bosses are really, really bad. And people who actually get into positions of power aren't the best leaders because they kind of got to that position not knowing the responsibilities, or not knowing that they had to do certain things or act a certain way if they wanted their workers to, function properly. So I want to be an entrepreneur. I actually want to be a philanthropist, but to be a philanthropist, you need a lot of money. So that's where I want to get started. It's topic number four. But I actually had my mom pull out a loan 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago for some vending machines, and it was $4,000. So I'm gonna have to pay $500 a month to pay it back without interest, because I told her I would pay it back without interest. So the funny thing is that this life kind of just works in very mysterious ways. It's all connected, I think, personally. So the situation I got into didn't work out and it fell through. And then it actually ended up going better for my boss's daughter, who ended up buying the vending machines after me because she got them for a lower price, because this guy was really desperate to get it off his hands. And it kind of just worked. It kind of worked out that way, and it's just kind of nice to see that even if it didn't work out for me, it worked out for them. I mean, as salty as I am that I'm not getting the money that she's receiving, because it is a good account that she got, but there's also a lot of problems that she inherited. So I'm gonna try my best to be in a different situation and a better situation. So That didn't go through, so I still had the money. I was like, hey, like let's get an ice cream machine because I work at an ice cream commissary. So we have bulk ice cream, and like the ice cream trucks actually parked there in our parking lot. And I wanted to be able to be my own boss. Like I said, I want to be an entrepreneur. And ice cream trucks are actually a great business because you manage everything. You manage inventory, you manage gas, you manage your clientele, you manage a route. You work when you want to work. You can work 2 hours, you can work no hours, you can work 8 hours. And it's all up to you because it's what you put into the business and it's what you get. And I really like that kind of thing because I like commission. I like you get rewarded for what you do because you did well, or you don't get rewarded because you didn't do well. That's one good thing about school that they teach, but it needs to be reformed anyway. But I didn't end up getting it. I talked to 3 different people, 4 different people, and it all fell through again. And it came back to the situation where I get really, 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 really down. And I would say maybe it's possibly a depression thing, but it's just it's just hard. It's just hard to take so many blows to the face so consistently. Just boom, boom, boom. You have to lie down for a little bit and say, fuck, excuse me. What am I doing? How do I do better? But you got to keep going. So I have the money. I have money to invest. I'm actually going to buy one of the machines from my coworker. And I'm going to put it at UGC where I'm at currently. It's a fighting game tournament venue. And it's a really beautiful place for people to come together and express so many things that they love, video games. So hopefully that'll be my first investment. And I'm hoping my second investment will either be some kind of machine as well. Somewhere I don't know. I'm kind of lost at the moment because I'm currently trying to get out of the job. As I said I was gonna get out in June, but it's June, so now we have to get out before July because I'm not gonna be there longer. I'm actually gonna be moving in with my friend in August, so we'll see how that works out because I think it's gonna be a really good experience. And then the future is a mysterious place, and you kind of have to plan and be prepared, or else you'll be trampled, and you don't want to be trampled, essentially. So I think that's all the points that I needed to address. I was gonna talk about love like I did last broadcast, or I'm sorry, last recording that I had, but it kind of didn't make too much sense because I was all over the place. I just wanted to express that I learned a lot today because I talked to my love interest, and it's kind of going well. It's the little things that matter because big things are kind of hard to tackle. It's better to tackle little things at a time, and then progressively those little things build up, and then you can conquer the world, if anything. So this is my story, and I kind of want to just get it out there because I know it's going to be a good story. It's going to be really awesome to retire by 30. Like I said, I'm actually in a race already to be a billionaire with like 4 other people. So we'll see. We'll see. Because I have the heart and the drive. I just have to get all the opportunities and capitalize on everything that I possibly can. But thank you so much. Hopefully these are like a thing. I actually write a blog, and I'll post that link to that. But I think I kind of want to get into vlogging more because you get a little bit more exposure vlogging. So thank you guys. I'll catch you next time.